we have the Y.C.A.P team of St. Patrick with us on the lines this very moment. And so, do you guys want to say hello to the listeners out there?
Hi.
Awesome. Great to hear from you guys. So I'm going to do a quick bio, just a bit of information about the Y.C.A.P team. So the project called Youth Citizens in Action Program, empowered by EmpowerVate. It calls for you to lead the way into making positive changes in the community. This year, under Sustainable Goal 3, the learners took on the challenge to change their school tuck shop into becoming health promoting. They have started to introduce fruit at their school tuck shop. So, through the initiative, amongst others, their school has now gained a health promotion status. So that is just a short bio about the Y.C.A.P team, and the team consists of the CEO of the project, which is Iviwe Chaliza, and we also have public relation officer, which is Samanye Nyawose. We have the secretary, which is Joyce Ilunga, as well as in charge of finance is Ntlantla Cele, as well as the team mentor, Mrs. Yu Pillay, and also Mr. G. Lamini is the innovative change maker who believes in the power of youth and also the principle of St. Patrick's Primary. Unfortunately, Mr. Lamini will not be with us today, but nevertheless, we will be having an awesome session with our Y.C.A.P team and into our questions for our learners today. So, Joyce Ilunga, what inspired you to participate in the Youth Citizens in Action program?
Firstly, greetings to one and all. This is what inspired me to join the Y.C.A.P program. Since I was young, I always wanted to be active and make a change in the world. It's better now than never, as us young children should stand up and make a change, because we are the future of this world.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
That's awesome. And so, Iviwe, how do you feel when you first heard about the challenge of transforming the school tuck shop?
Greetings to everyone. I won't lie. Firstly, I thought it was damn near impossible, never going to happen. But I just took some advice from Neil Armstrong. One step for man, one giant leap for mankind. And I went forward with the project, and I don't
Wow.
regret it till this day.
Wow, that's great, Iviwe. That's awesome stuff. Ntlantla, can you describe the specific tasks or responsibilities you had in the project?
Greetings to one and all. Throughout our project, we had many responsibilities. But before we would distribute our responsibilities, we had to ask for permission through our school principal. But some of the responsibilities we had as the Y.C.A.P team was to water our school gardens, go and get more information so that we could combine our portfolios, and spread the message of health promoting in school tuck shops. We are supposed to draw up a budget so we know our income and our surplus, and to learn to connect the computer to the projector so that we would practice our presentation. Thank you.
That's great, Ntlantla. So, Simanye, how did you feel when you won the provincial competition?
Greetings to one and all. Winning the provincial level was a major improvement for me and the whole of my team. I felt happy, excited, and overwhelmed. I couldn't believe it. But as the district officials started coming together for a group photo, it started becoming real. We felt extremely proud to represent our district and the whole of KZN. Thank you.
Great stuff, Simanye. And back to Joyce Ilunga with the next question. What are your expectations for the national competition?
Of course, the national competition will be tough. So we should not enter the competition with a only winning mindset. Going to national is already like winning. Winning the whole competition will just be a cherry on top.
True.
Thank you.
That's great to hear, Joyce. And then also back to Iviwe with the next question, actually the final questions for our learners. So Iviwe, what have you learned from this experience that you can apply to other areas of your life?
Well, as me, if you're Lisa, I aim for being a person who is as strong as Dwayne Johnson and also as fast as Jason Statham. And I've learned throughout this project that it's not only the exterior part, which is the exercising, that is good for us, that is important, but also the interior part, the inside of our body, what we take in, that makes us a combination of the two. Thank you.
Great stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was our Y.C.A.P team, the learners of Y.C.A.P, which was Iviwe Ichiliza, Simanye Nyawose, Joyce Lunga, Ntlantla Klele, and now we have Mrs. Yu Pillay going to be with us for the next few questions. So, Mrs. Pillay, how did you motivate and support the learners to participate in the project?
Greetings to all the listeners. I role model the qualities I want them to emulate. So every day I take up challenging situations at my school and I place them and I throw them at these learners and I say, right, look at the tuck shop. What do you think would happen if we eat sweets every single day and we do not include any fruits, for example? So I help them to think big. I help them to set clear goals within time frames because with learners, you have to understand that you have to, as you set up a project, you have to set up a time limit and a time frame for them to work within. Always trying to find avenues to create an inquisitive mindset. It's about being a team mentor. I have to balance my other tasks because I have to work within the class. I have to make sure that I'm coordinating the Y.C.A.P team with their projects, and I also need to make sure that they coordinate the projects in such a way that they inspire the youth around our school, within the community and out of the community. And so I have to create time to support, guide, and demonstrate this kind of balance within my learners. So I think that's very important as a team mentor.
True, and that's a great initiative and a lot of work to be done on your side as well, Mrs. Pillay.
Yes. Yes. I just want to add that, I'm very grateful to my school principal and to the staff of St. Patrick's who always support this initiative of Y.C.A.P, where it's youth changing youth. So I'm very grateful for having a supportive school community to practice this program.
That's really awesome to hear, Mrs. Pillay. And so the next question, what were your goals for the project and how do you think the learners achieved them?
Okay, my goals was fairly simple. It was to inspire change. Youth addressing the situations, leading the way. It's not just adults telling learners, pick up the paper or let's eat healthy. It's learners telling other learners this is the way forward. My goal is always to motivate others, to build their confidence, to inspire them to be helpful, be respectful, and most importantly, every action that they take must include empathy. I always ensure in my programs that the learners participate in such a way that there's lots of fun and enjoyment. Yeah. Because if those elements are not within the program, then the children are going to drop off it. Because if you are just all the time strict and sticking to a hard and fast routine. So I make sure that if we do not get in the break times, then there's other times in the mornings that I call the learners and then we practice at that time. And we always find time to enjoy a laugh or a joke together. So learners they don't feel pressurized to perform, and and then they also see the worth of their project. So I throughout the project, I keep on thinking. My goal is to develop a comprehensive understanding of developing learners with human values and life skills that would take them into the 21st century.
That's great, Mrs. Pillay. And then the next question that we have is, what do you think are the most significant benefits of the project for the school and the community?
Health promoting promotion, I think this was our aim when we started it, focus on good health. Because with COVID-19 occurring and children were getting sick, and then we had outbreak, there's so many outbreaks of viruses and learners' immunity every day compromised. So why not get learners to consume fruit at school? You know, even if it's one apple or one orange, the health benefits of those are immense. So that is what my goal is for them to reduce the sugar so that they would become less also hyperactive in the class. And with hyperactivity, they tend to lose focus on the academic work. So I wanted to, it's like twofold in this process. I wanted to boost the learners' immunity at school because most of them do come from compromised communities. And I want to make sure that fruit is accessible during school hours so children can choose, they can feel they are making the decision to choose healthy and they have a choice in their own health. And at the same time, the academic work and the absenteeism rate will reduce and the academic work will increase. And when children choose healthier, they go home and they pass that message on to their parents. And from their parents, it leads to a stronger community. So this is how change happens. And this is my, my focus was always on learners' good health and the benefits of healthy eating at school level.
Great stuff, Mrs. Pillay. That is really awesome. And our next question, how do you see the project contributing to the learner's personal and academic development?
Throughout the project, I actually have the team of 4 members and I've developed quite an understanding of them. So learners that were not confident now are able to become more confident, can have public speaking skills. Learners that were not organized now they have organized a portfolio by themselves. So I wanted to enhance the critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, where learners now are no more just in the classroom and feel like they are bound that learning takes place and change only takes place within the confines of the classroom. Learning can take place outside, learning can take place with whatever that they put their mind to it. So I want to develop the self-confidence because when children have self-confidence, we are moving into an era where they can make things happen.
That's right.
And it's very important that they also learn to work in a team. So we had some of the members who were very isolated and did not want to work with the others. So I wanted them to encourage them to listen to the opinions of others. The major part of this project is self-reflection, looking at yourself, not only the project, but looking at yourself before you participated and after you participated in this project. Sure. And I feel like when a learner takes part in a Y.C.A.P program, Youth Citizens in Action program, they will never be the same again. They make drastic changes because remember, this is also not a few months, it's a year-long project. So they do change through the months, and people are able to see that these are now becoming our young leaders that's in constant change and also self-growth and development.
That's great to hear, Mrs. Pillay. And the last question this moment, which is, what advice would you give to other schools or teachers who are interested in implementing similar projects?
Okay, I just want to be the motivator and tell them, pass the message on to go for it. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Don't focus on entering a project just to win. Focus on it to inspire, motivate, encourage, because everybody needs to remember that every great success story started with a single step. And there are lots of challenging issues, especially in schools and in primary schools. This is the time when you can get the learners active, get them involved, because as they leave primary school, they take whatever they have learned and they take it with them to high school. And this is how we create that change and that link between primary and health and the high schools. Issues that face learners are bullying, mental health, food insecurity. So I want to just encourage the schools there to help the youth in the schools to use their voice to make the positive changes, because they are our future leaders, the youth of today. They are the innovators, and I'm personally, I'm extremely proud of the Y.C.A.P, St. Patrick's Y.C.A.P learners, because they've seen the challenge, they rose up to the challenge, and they are fighting all the way to make sure that this program does not die out. What has started out as an objective and goal will remain a goal not only in my school, but we've also taken the project to other primary schools in the community to make sure that they can also change their school tuck shop with just selling in a few fruits on specific days. So I just want to encourage schools to participate, and if you provide learners the avenue, they would be able to perform, and the performance can really be amazing.
That's really great stuff to hear, Mrs. Pillay. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Y.C.A.P Y.C.A.P team of St. Patrick's Primaries. Do you guys want to maybe send a shout out to anyone that's listening in, maybe families, friends out there?
Okay, all of us just want to say our ending of our project. If you could just give us a few seconds.
Okay.
Let me just say the ending. So,
with a lot of expenses, we managed to get provincial pricing. And then, as you have said, we have got 100% in the session. So compared as second, we are now officially a third promotion school. And we now have a 100 school platform for establishing teaching school community.
okay, we say it together. 1, 2, 3. A healthy school tuck shop for a present and future school community.
Reaching one school
It's like reaching our whole community.
Thank you. The Y.C.A.P team from St. Patrick's Primary School.
That is awesome. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Y.C.A.P team of St. Patrick's Primary. Thank you once again, guys, for tuning into this awesome session and enjoying as well. So, that being said,
the radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
This is South Coast Radio.